You have the home field advantage with Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle lead an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists working with athletes of every level to prevent injuries, enhance sports performance, or heal through surgery and rehabilitation. Let Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic get you back in the game and keep you in the game.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominos.com/rewards or call Domino's.
I apologize, my friend. Go ahead. You got it. Okay, all right. Well, hello and welcome everyone to Week 5 of Salina High School football. Tonight we have the Salina Central Mustangs coming in with a record of 3-1, and we also have the Hayesville Campus Colts also with a record of 3-1. Charles, what do you expect to see tonight?
I think it's going to be a real test for the Salina Central Mustangs, but as well, I think it's going to be a real test for campus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, mentioning both teams coming in with a record of 3-1, we kind of really expect like Central's first real test, I would say. And, it's hard to say with the second game of the season being Derby, getting blown out, that necessarily being a test, but really expected to see how Central can play all 4 quarters, definitely with some of their games really being over by the third quarter or so. So really looking forward to seeing kind of how the Central team plays a full 4 quarters if it's kind of neck and neck going into the final quarter. I would say, what is today's date? It's late September, probably on the
28th?
28th, yes. It's getting pretty chilly outside, I'll say that. We've had some pretty nice weeks, but it's definitely getting that long sleeve, seeing a couple fans here on the stands with gloves on, hoodies, those kind of things. I'm kind of ready for football season. Like, this is kind of the football weather I've been waiting for.
I think we got a little more comfort, though, this time.
We do have a little bit more comfort. We have a nice shelter above us, let's say.
I see a familiar face over there for campus, number 48, running over on the sidelines. Kind of jogging, a face that we are very familiar with from last year.
Yes, a very, man, and what do you even say? It was hard to get, we were very excited about, first of all, we're talking about number 48, Quentin Hicks for campus. I believe we saw him 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
One versus South, one versus Central. And that guy is just a playmaker. He was really just kind of all over the place. He just had a lot of plays that were just like that. He's going to get tackled. But then he just somehow just outruns people, runs people over.
Yeah.
All of the above. Just such an exciting player to see. now in his senior year. We'll see what he can do. And they list him here. We have the kind of depth chart. They have him 6'2", 215. And Campus will get the ball first to start the game.
So Salina Central's defense will be tested.
Yes.
To see what they are capable of.
And we're going to see, again, which kind of unit sets the tone. Is it going to be the Campus offense? Is it going to be the Central defense?
So they're getting set for the kickoff. We have Mr. Talon Peters kicking it off.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
We'd be very concerned if it was someone else out there kicking for the Mustangs.
Now, what I'm wondering, do you think it'll be a deep kick or is it going to be the short kick?
Well, you
high?
guys see that the kind of the way Campus is lined up in their return kind of has the field spread out a little more. You can kind of see in the middle around the 35 is kind of wide open. You kind of see people out more on the ends. That's where Talon Peters liked to kick it last week, kind of out on the end. So what if we might get something around the 25 or 30-yard line? And we do not. We get kicked deep. Go to right at the goal line almost. Right side and gets a little outside. And it's going to be out of bounds pretty much about right at the 20. Maybe. No, they're going to be pretty much right at the 20. Salina Central coming in with a win against Hutchinson last week. Looking pretty dominant in that game. Hayesville Campus coming off a win against Salina South.
And he's going nowhere.
It's a good wrap-up drive back by a couple Mustang defenders.
Is that Mr. Sam Wise?
That is indeed him. Good call. Pretty much nothing there. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Campus moving a couple personnel to different sides. Going to be a handoff left side. And another good job by the Central defense. Probably going to hit him in the backfield for about a loss of 1. Seemed like he had a little bit of a hole there, but it really just closed very quickly. And these are the third downs you want to put offenses in if you're Central. Very 3rd and long. Obvious passing down, looking right side. Hit it.
Going to him.
That's going to be a pretty evident, easy flag, I would say.
And you know who that is.
Yeah, that's...
Number 48.
Yep. That's kind of the guy I think you got to go to on downs like that. Ball kind of seemed to be a little underthrown.
He was going there the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, his eyes didn't take.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that just kind of those lock-on guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's who I'm looking at. And it's kind of hard to get away from that for sure when you're just constantly throwing to a single guy. It's hard to kind of get off that person, of course.
The thing, he's fell a couple of times. I don't know if he needs different shoes on or what. On his blocking assignment and on that pass there.
That's going to be a handoff.
He goes nowhere.
Another great run defense there from the Mustangs. Going to be about a 3-4 yard loss. Going to be about 3. looks like Quentin Hicks lined up as the inside receiver on the left side. And they're going to do a little wide receiver screen out to him. Throws a little high. And the Central defender is able to get there in a hurry. Going to lose about another yard.
And the one thing they did is they hit him low. They did not try to tackle him high.
Yeah, and especially with a guy with that size, you're not getting much. Now, you already see here on third down, they've got Quentin Hicks on the far side, almost all by himself, very far away from the other defender. Now he's actually going to come in a little bit. You know they're going to be trying to isolate him one-on-one with the defender. It's going to be
rolling out to him.
Across the field, kind of in between, looking for number 11 and number 48, but kind of no one available. And Central's defense gave up the pass interference on the last little set, but
they're holding strong. They are holding strong right now. And that's what it's probably going to be. One team to make a mistake and the door opens.
Yeah. Campus back to punt. Good snap.
Ooh.
Kind of a knuckleball looking kick. Didn't really have much spin on it in the air.
Boy, that Central guy's lucky that didn't hit him.
Yeah. And that's going to be out at pretty much right at the 45 of Salina Central.
Yeah, I think Central was really lucky that the ball didn't hit the player in the back as it was being punted. Because I don't think he knew that the ball was right up on him.
Yeah. And just like that, Central offense out on the field. Jackson Kavanaugh back to pass. Got people right in his face.
Oh.
They're going to say I think he's out of the pocket, and they're showing there's a receiver in the area. So very close to getting away with an intentional grounding on first down. That brings up second down and 10.
Looked like the black blocking broke down there.
A little bit, and I thought maybe it seemed to be like kind of I didn't know if it was supposed to be a bootleg on the other side, but yeah, kind of having a little toss sweep.
Does that count?
Side. I believe that is number 28, Mr. Riley Counts, getting
and
through some tackles. I shouldn't even say getting through some tackles. He just kind of maneuvered his shoulder and his body.
He kind of weaved through there.
Yeah, he really did just kind of weave through there, getting enough for a first down, getting the ball into campus territory. And they're kind of going to fake that same play, but this time hand off to Peters, though.
Fumble.
Ball did come out.
Fumble.
And they're going to call it campus ball. From our vantage point, I thought he looked like Taylor Peters was down. But they're going to say the ball came out. And after two kind of pretty good plays in a row.
And that's not what you want to do.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Turnovers.
But I would say if you're number 33, Taylor Peters, you kind of almost hope you get that out of the way early rather than having it affect you late in the game.
That is correct.
Quentin Hicks, left side, kind of stacking up with another receiver. It's going to be handoff left side. Good job by the Central defense coming from the backside to make that tackle.
What did you get, a couple of yards? No, maybe 1 yard. Maybe a half a yard, huh?
That looks about right to me. The campus offense probably in negative yards still. Total offense left side. Caught by number 1 of campus. That is, Cameron Harvey. He's going to get about 5 yards or so. Gives it a little bit of a more manageable third down.
Now, Central has got a hold now, and so that the turnover doesn't hurt them at all.
Yeah.
Then they're only playing field position.
Mm-hmm. Hicks going to line up in a slot. Pretty good coverage, but going down. I kind of lost the ball, Going to be incomplete. Ball's kind of thrown at the marker, I would say. Well, it does bring up fourth down. Central's defense having another pretty good stand.
They did have a good stand. And especially with a turnover, so the turnover didn't hurt them at all.
Another pretty good snap.
Okay.
Now, this punt had a lot more roll on it. Takes about one small bounce and gets out of bounds. They're going to be about the 32-yard line. So, again, good stand by the Central defense. Turnover doesn't hurt them all. Just kind of hurts them about, let's say, 30 yards of field position, I'd say.
Oh, they're missing a man.
Having personnel issues. Still plenty of time on the play clock. And it's going to be a handoff left side. Peters getting through some blocks. Gets to the edge. Crossing the 40. Crossing midfield. And pretty much out right there.
First
at
down.
The 50-yard line. Picking up of about 20 on that. They're officially going to mark him out at the 49 on the Central side.
Mr. Peters has been running pretty good these last few games.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just because he's just playing offense and not defense too. Oh, he missed a block.
Field looking for Ben Driver, a little underthrown, but still able to go up there.
And he gets it.
And corral it. Yeah. Kavanaugh kind of picking up himself off the ground, off the turf. Kind of had a three-man running it. Kavanaugh, but still able to get the ball in the air.
Well, Mr. Peters missed his block.
Yeah. It's going to be a handoff. Peters kind of wrestled around, maybe thrown for a little bit like a yard. Central has the ball.
That was a good catch by Mr. Driver.
That was very good. Really just kind of got up and got like a rebounder.
Oh, there goes Peters.
Running hard again. He's got a first down. Going to be at the 12-yard line. That kind of helps Salina Central. They get another first down at the 2. And a little bit of fake inside handoff. Going to be keeper by Kavanaugh. Good job keeping that ball wrapped up because, you know, Charles, I see number 48 out there almost ripping out that football.
And that's what he was pulling for, is that football.
Yep. Kind of what they teach you. Stand them up, try to get that football out of there.
So he's playing both ways.
Yes. And that's going to be handoff Peters. And I think I just saw number 48 try and get in there, at least make the first contact. Maybe not the one who made the full tackle, but
he dove in there after it.
Yeah, he's going to be a hassle to deal with out on the edge, I'm sure. It's going to be about 3rd down and 8 now. Ball right at the 10 for Salina Central. You'd think it'd probably be 2 down territory.
It's a big 3rd down.
Kavanaugh back to pass over the middle. Looked like it was pretty close to Ben Driver, at least from our kind of vantage point. Ball is going to be incomplete, and it does look like Central is going to bring out the field goal crew.
Yeah, you can't take points off the board.
That's true, yeah, for sure.
And you don't know how often you're going to get back down there.
For sure. Very good point.
I'd say the campus defense is pretty stingy itself.
Yeah.
It's like they're coming.
And that's going to be blocked.
And it is blocked.
Picked up by Peters. Nothing going there. I counted about 3 campus players.
They were coming hard.
Yeah, like usually you kind of see maybe one guy shoot through, but certainly not 3 that are back there ready. I couldn't tell who made the initial hit for the ball, but I do think I saw 48 back there.
Yes, you did. It's kind of familiar territory for. Looks like they're having a chat with Mr. Peters there on the sideline.
First down, looking right side. Caught it about the 19. Good wrap up and tackle. Swarming to the ball by the Central defense.
And they didn't let him get any of that extra yards, after the catch.
Yep.
Which is good.
Yep.
Right now, this game's been pretty balanced, I would say. Neither team is letting the other team get that advantage that would carry them in, give them momentum.
Sure, and yeah, we had just pretty much that one big play, that pass to Van Driver.
Oh.
And there's a throw that had a man for Campus, but really just overshot him.
Well, and I don't even know that he even made a real attempt to catch that ball.
Yeah, it's kind of in that moment, but I thought it looked a little high from our vantage. Of course, we can't see a ton, but that was quite a rocket he threw from that, too. He really fired that. Might have been so fast, maybe he didn't jump up to get it. He's like, I didn't even see that ball go by my face, really. It's going to be about 3rd down and 5. And about a 3-step drop. Fired and caught by number 11, Tyler Common. And that's going to be a good first down pickup there for the Colts.
So they're moving the chains down again. Whereas now is when the defense for Central needs to stand tall while the ball's at this end of the field.
Yeah. Maybe see them go back to a first down run here. Nope. 3-step pass. There's our man, number 48.
Do it.
Gets
Broke
by
a tackle.
2.
Just one.
Another one.
Oh!
Flag.
That was a late hit there.
Really just kind of an uncalled for hit.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't see who made the hit there.
Number 32, Michael Russell.
Really unnecessary, and right up into the face of him, too. Wow. Those are kind of some of those penalties that are kind of the frustration. You usually don't see those in the first quarter, but kind of when your guy's just kind of beating you, you kind of have those frustrations where you kind of go after him a little bit. But clearly, on the white of
that
the
was
sideline,
too obvious.
yeah,
I think.
that wasn't even a debate on that one. So that gets some more yardage for Campus now into Salina Central territory for the first time tonight. And it's going to be
quarterback taking off.
Right side, kind of carrying it pretty loose out there, but then slides down for about a 6-yard gain.
Boy, he weaved through there and then fell down right in between them.
Yep. I'm surprised they didn't even go back to number 48 there, just trying to, hey, they just kind of whooped you right there. Just do it on the field.
You very well better watch it now because they very well made.
2nd and 4.
Oh, it's a running play, and he goes nowhere.
Good job.
Nowhere.
Tackle.
As soon as he hit that line, the Mustangs were in there.
Yeah. Israel Torres there on the hit and tackle. And really did just kind of make that contact and then just dropped him.
And there was no hesitation before he could get to the line almost.
Going to be about a loss of a yard. Going to bring up a pretty big 3rd down and 5 here. Back to pass, looking left side. Kind of in between number 9 and 19 for Campus.
But it looks like the offense is staying on the field, so they may be going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, it is kind of that territory where it's a little...
They're
having some new personnel. Not sure of their field goal kicker's strength, but no, we're bringing on the punt team. That's almost close to like a 50-yarder if they're going to try and kick that. Even with
I don't know why you watch for the fake.
Yeah, but you do have to watch for it. But man, that's kind of a weird call if you actually do a fake there because everyone's going to see it coming. Pretty good kick out of bounds, maybe. Going to mark it out about the 12, maybe? No, they're going to mark it right at the 10. That's kind of the punt you want, for sure. Kind of back them up more into their own
I'm not
territory.
so sure I would have punted that.
Yeah, you're in those moments where, like, granted, it's 30 yards, which may come to help you, but you had 5 yards to go.
And they've been in the position where the ball was up closer, and they've held ground. So I just don't know.
Do you have questions where is it the coach having faith in his offense in moments like that to be able to pick up those 5 yards?
That's it. Here they come.
Almost might have been a kind of a design quarterback draw. Kavanaugh kind of takes the snap and kind of has like a pump fake and then running forward for a few yards. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Fake. Oh, good one.
Hit as he throws down the field.
Oh!
Just a little far out in front.
Mr. Counts, that's just a little.
Yeah. Those are kind of those plays where Jackson Kavanaugh, hit as he threw, just kind of threw it up there, wanting his guy to get under it.
But somehow they're getting through.
Yeah.
There's going to have to be some better blocking, or they may have to leave a running back there to block.
Yeah. We're going to have empty backfield. You're not going to have much blockers back there from that response.
But they got
it
rolling.
Chased out of the pocket. Kind of throws up a ball like he just did last time.
I personally think that's a dangerous.
Yes. He ended up, threw the ball, kind of threw it up for his guy, but the ball ended up basically hitting on the track here. Not really anywhere with those.
And I don't think he better keep throwing them up like that.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna get burnt. And those are almost kind of throws that he's really just kind of not even sure. I don't know if he's really even knowing where he's throwing it to. He just thinks like, hey, my guy's kind of in this direction.
Because the rush is coming pretty hard.
And then eventually one time your guy's not going to be in that direction and somebody's going to be standing there for a fly ball. We had a man coming off the edge for campus, fielded about the 35.
Well, they gained some yardage on them.
That was very close to being blocked. That was like number 11 for campus was in there.
Yeah. But then he caught it on the run and took it right down there. They gained yardage on that. If that was their game plan, that's, I guess, worked pretty good.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like the same Central that we've been seeing that was putting up a lot of points and scoring.
It doesn't. Not a ton clicking so far for the Central offense. It's going to be a little sweep right side.
There he goes nowhere.
Field tackle by number 20, Ben Driver. What a flying to the football, running downhill, just shutting that down. Gonna lose is that about 10, 12 yards on that?
That is quite a bit. Mr. Driver's all in. He's making tackles and everything.
Yeah, it's actually going to be marked as a 9-yard loss. 2nd and 19. Just only 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Still our score 0-0. Back to pass, number 7.
Oh, and he caught it.
Middle. What a grab by the guy who almost just blocked the punt. Tyler Common. Pretty good throw and catch there.
So they had good defense on, but for some reason they let the man catch it over the top. They cannot allow that when the defense is playing so well.
It's going to be 1st and goal now on the 6. It's going to be inside handoff to number 1. Again, pretty good run defense by the Central front line. Gonna maybe pick up about a yard, get it to the 5-yard line. Well, campus's defense made a stand against Salina Central's on the opposite end, ended up blocking a field goal. We'll see how the Central defense can defend against campus, see if they can return the favor a little bit.
And they're in the favored territory.
Yeah.
The
Quick
pass.
drop.
Whoa.
Looking
You
for
sure
Kamen
can't.
again.
You can't blame the quarterback.
Looking for Kamen there, but pretty good coverage by Gage Prester.
But that ball was in there, and he had it in his hands. That should have been a catch.
Yeah. And here comes that third down again.
Are you in 2-down territory, or are you going to kick a field goal?
Man, it is. You don't want to leave points on the board, but man, you're on the road. I'd maybe punch it in there, but we'll see if they can get it here. Looking again.
He's going up
Looking for a
top,
fade.
and he caught it.
We have Kamen against Gage Prester, and to me, that just looked like a complete mismatch there. You have 5'9" Gage Prester going against a 6'3" Tyler Kamen. I think it's pretty easy what we can say there is probably going to happen if you get one-on-one coverage.
So you just throw it up over the top.
Yeah, and that's what they did right there.
And it's good.
Yep, extra point is good. And the Campus Colts strike first, leading 7-0 with a pretty impressive punch into the end zone. Granted, they had the ball probably within inside the 30-yard line of Salina Central. But we already have Central down by 7 and with 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Some of these Central coaches chatting with one of the sideline officials. We'll see if Central can make some adjustments on their last drive. Even the kind of big pickups they've had have really kind of been on those prayer plays for the offense. Just kind of been those plays that, just go, whoa, that actually kind of worked. So we'll see if we can get something a little more solid, kind of a game plan on this next possession. Kind of a short kick and about to the 15-yard line. The wall for Central getting a little slow to develop. Going to be out of bounds. Good job by number 31 at campus, 21 at campus, not bringing him down to the ground as he was out of bounds and kind of had his hands around his waist, but kind of raised his hands off. Central starting the ball on their own 30. It's going to be handoff Peters. And not much going there. Maybe nothing. Maybe a quarter of a yard.
Or might have just made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Really just kind of got sucked up there in the
I don't know.
line.
Central's been a little bit better on the pass.
Good job by Talon Peters.
And picks up the
making
first
a
down.
move on Quentin Hicks out there. That is not a Talon Peters versus Quentin Hicks matchup. We wouldn't have seen last year's game play out that way. We would have seen Talon Peters really just break number 48's ankles in the open field there.
Was there number 48? Oh, he's over there. Yep.
Yeah, he's out on the end. And that is actually going to be the end of the first quarter. Campus leading 7-0 over the Central Mustangs. And we will be right back with the second quarter right after this.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
And we are back with the beginning of the second quarter. Salina Central
With the
still
ball,
on
huh?
offense. Yeah, picked up a first down on that last play by Taylor Peters. And going to be a little bit of play action inside wide receiver screen to Mr. Counts. But really just kind of fell over himself, but they're going to mark
He
Mr.
was
Counts
down.
down, even though the ball came out after the fact.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah. Going to pick up about 3. Central kind of wanting to go hurry up here. Lining up on the ball very quickly.
Handoff.
Peters. Getting some blocks in front of him, but just not get him sustained enough to get him kind of an open area to run.
I don't understand why they don't revert back to the pass. They've had a couple of good passes, and they've had a couple of good guys wide open.
Yeah.
Just not able to get the ball to them.
And they have the personnel out on the field to do that. Central going to be with 2 receivers each side, tailing to the left side of Kavanaugh. And that
coming.
Already breaking down again, but away to Ben Driver it is! And he's going to walk into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. Jackson Kavanaugh again getting hit really hard in the backfield. He's having to pick himself up off the ground multiple times, but again getting that ball out, and a great job by Ben Driver, able to get under that, clearly had his man beat.
And that's our player of the week last week.
That is him. Central with a pretty big strike right there to get on the board. And this extra point attempt is good. And we are tied just like that. 7-7 with 10:46 left in the first half. Now, you were saying something about they've been doing pretty good passing the ball. I think we just saw it right there.
We did.
Yeah.
I mean, that time he got it to the man, but they've had men open where they could be up 14. 14-7 right now.
So, beginning of the game, we kind of had a back and forth of field position, but this time we're now getting a little going back and forth on the scoreboard, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, like I said it'd probably be like a battle like that when we first started out, when you got 2 teams 3-1 and both of them playing pretty good football.
Yeah. And even just looking number record-wise, there's a big difference between 3-2 and 4-1.
Yeah.
Talon with the kick. This might be out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds.
It is. Campus going to have pretty good field position to start their first drive of the second quarter.
I don't know that you want to do that.
Yeah, I think he was really wanting to go for that kind of area, but just had too much kind of hook into it.
They're going to get the ball at
35 is I see. Usually how that. Yep, we're going to be at 35. Campus going to take it on the right hash. Going to be left side to number 48, but another kind of high throw, but through the hands.
He's trying to run before he got the ball.
And it's even those moments that, even if he was able to come down and get that, that kind of delays the play a little bit. That Central has usually been pretty good at rallying to the football.
Yeah, they have been.
But then again, number 48 is not the easiest guy to take down. Bring up second down and 10. Gonna be looking right side through the hands of Tyler Kamen, and that kind of went over the back a little bit of him. We could have had a really interesting interception there. but we're basically at 2 drops back to back.
So we got 3rd down and 10. Now, if I was coaching them, I'd say this is a big 3rd down.
Which one, Central or Campus?
Central.
Both of them.
That's it.
And that's going to be back. So going to be running
He goes
forward.
nowhere.
It's almost looked like it's one of those plays that, you take a little 3-step drop. If you don't like what you see, just take off and run. But I don't think he liked what he saw when he started running a couple feet forward.
No.
Going to be tackled as a sack for about a 2-yard loss. That brings the Campus punt team on the field, and a great job. Good 3 and out there by the Central defense. Seen that a few times tonight. Punt is away.
Oh.
Doesn't seem to be a very good one. That might go out maybe about the 48, might even be around the 50. That ball was very far out of bounds. Official still walking. We've hit the 45. And we're going to be about the 44, 43, around that area.
That's almost like we could call for another pass right now.
Yeah, that you could.
I mean,
Go for the big play.
I think your passing game is doing a little bit better than your running game
Sure.
right now. But to keep them honest, you got to run it.
Yeah. There is Mr. Peters.
Oh, and he's breaking
Look at that
tackles.
determination. 1st and 10, gets 11. Another 1st down. And we've got another Peters handoff, kind of maneuvering this time. A lot better front defense from the Campus Colts, only getting Peters for 1 yard.
Boy, Mr. Kavanaugh, he's been hit a few times tonight, too. Though.
Yes. And, I'm sure he likes getting the touchdowns, but, man, I don't think he likes the way they're getting them when he's having to put his back on the ground every time. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of just a quarterback keeper.
I don't know if you don't back up and just toss the ball up to one of those receivers.
Didn't want to say it looked like a broken play, but he just kind of caught the ball and kind of did a motion with his hands and just kind of went forward for nothing there. 3rd and 9. You'd think they're going to be going back to the pass here. Quentin Hicks standing, going to be rushing on the left side.
Taylor Peters there lined up to block.
He's going to take the inside, but throw looking in the area. We believe that's number 19, Quentin Stewart, but a pretty good job by the Campus defense, able to get a hand in there. Looked like kind of knocked that away.
4th down.
And I do believe this time
They're going for it.
Central's offense will stay out on the field.
This is a big 4th down, too. You hate to lose point, and they're definitely going.
Passing. Going to be a
little
screen,
short one.
but able to
And
get
he
past
got
the
the
defender.
first down.
Gets by more. And a great play call there by the Central coaches. Not only is it getting blockers in front of you, it's getting Taylor Peters into open space where he can make some plays.
That was a good call and a good play. I would have never saw that coming.
Yeah. Handoff
to
Peters,
Peters.
hitting from the backside.
Who's that? Number 48.
Number 48. I feel like that should be one of my lottery numbers tonight.
And he came from the backside.
He did. And it's hard to, when he's on the right side, you want to run it left, but he's going to run stuff down from the backside like that. They usually try to just leave him unblocked, but you almost can't. And what a run by Taylor Peters. You're not thinking it's not the flashiest run, but just getting hit pretty fast and just carrying people. It didn't look like much there, but it's going to make it a 3rd and 2. And we're getting a flag. It looks like number 27 for campus. Looks like who they're going to maybe point this on. That's going to be encroachment. That's going to get Central 5 yards and a first down.
So, wow, you score on them, and then it seems like Central got upset.
Yeah.
And they've turned the tables.
You know, I'm not sure if that counts as a third down conversion, but if you can go on a hard count and get a guy to jump off sides, I count that as a third down conversion.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 4. Gonna be handoff fakes to Peters, handoff Kavanaugh, almost swarmed down by Kamen for campus, but Kavanaugh able to keep his feet and gets into the end zone for the second Central touchdown of the night.
And that should have never happened.
Yeah.
The tackling, and you should never let a quarterback escape from you.
Yeah. It's a pretty good fake there by Kavanaugh, but yeah, just clearly had him wrapped up. Didn't complete the tackle.
Tyler Kamen have him wrapped up.
I do believe number 11 had him.
Yeah.
And that kick is up and good. And my, how the tides have turned. A 7-0 lead now leads to a 14-7 Mustangs lead.
Now campus has got the shoe put on the other foot, and they have got to show their resilience by coming back and scoring now, just like the Mustangs.
See, I feel like it's got to be our words. I mean, the very first game of the season we talked about when we ended up starting late due to technical difficulties, just kind of said, well, you know, this kind of seems like the normal Central team we usually see. Yeah. And then they must have heard us because then they started doing all that, and then we had one the other day where, you know, you didn't want to use the S word in soft. And I think they must have heard you because then they started playing really aggressive after that. And now we just say, you know, like, well, this isn't really used to what we're seeing from Central, and now look at them.
It is totally.
I mean, we got the window closed in here, but somehow they must be able to hear us.
Yeah, well, you sure there isn't a mic?
I know. There's a couple of devices in here, you know. Not sure who's spying. Peters this time kicking off. Going to be fielded about the 17. And I think he stepped out long before that. We'll see where they mark him out. They're going to eventually get him up to 40. I thought he maybe was a little bit before that, but pretty good return overall, though. 7:03 left in the first half. See what the campus offense can do. Central defense really shut them down last time.
You got to show what you're made of right now. I mean, Central, the Mustangs came back and showed what they were made of.
Going to be kind of a pitch left side, number 3 of campus.
Whoa!
You almost want to say getting the edge, but I think he just ran into a wall right there.
He did, and bounced back and knocked his man down and the whole thing.
Going to pick up about 2 yards after all that. That was Dahoda Hogan for, I believe, the Mustangs. Yeah, number 14 in the play there.
Back to he's sacked.
And not much. Looked like he had a pocket, but that collapsed very fast. The Central defensive line kind of putting what some of the campus defense had been doing to Jackson Kavanaugh, this time returning the favor. And again, campus losing yards, going to bring up 3rd and 12. We've had that kind of situation a couple times tonight. And that's going to be a screen, kind of a wide receiver screen, but really nothing developed right there.
Nothing developed. I'm telling you, that's a sack.
Yeah,
just like a sack. Yeah. They lost yardage big time.
Even when that screen started, the receiver on that screen was already kind of running backwards after he caught it.
Well, that was the wrong side to have that screen on at that time.
Yeah.
You had the man over here. I don't know why they didn't just throw it over there.
Sure.
To the opposite side.
Pretty good punt this time. Going to be caught by Ben Driver. Gets by one. And I think when you got about 5 guys in front of you, I think you might want to just take that out of bounds.
Yeah. And that's what he did.
It was still kind of a dangerous play, able to sidestep the first man for Campus, but you see a lot of those plays where somebody gets a free run, you don't call fair catch. Last 2 Salina Central drives end in 6 and then 7. Let's see what Central can bring out onto the field this time. Going to be starting their drive on their own 43. Back to pass, looking wide receiver screen.
He goes nowhere.
Nothing there. Going to be no gain on that.
He's rolling out. He's back to pass.
Has time.
And
What might actually take it and run.
Oh.
And we see Mr. Kavanaugh almost go down with a bench, but able to keep his feet. I think he might end up losing a yard on that. Number 48, of course, our camp is in pursuit. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now. The Central offense, and with plenty of time on the play clock, they're going to get a play from the sidelines. Looking right side. We're going to have a backside throw. Looking for Logan Heigl. Kind of had a little open window there. But
that ball was being batted around. That's dangerous.
Those are the times where you kind of hold your breath.
Yeah.
On that, yeah, ball batted around.
That's like anybody can catch it, and you don't want the wrong team to catch it and go for 6.
Yep. And that brings out the special team units again for Salina Central. We'll see. Had a man going through. We're getting a flag. And I think that should be, again, not 100% familiar with the high school rules, if there would be either a running or roughing the kicker in that instance.
Roughing the kicker.
Yeah, and you've got to pretty much go with a roughing the kicker there. That's getting a first down for Salina Central. Looked like it was pretty. He looked like he was almost there to block that. Just maybe didn't end up getting it a little bit. And they're going to be getting the penalty yardage out of the way. Central now going to have 1st and 10 on the campus end of the field. 4:11 left in the half. Still plenty of time to get one into the end zone. Handoff Peters getting through a hole, lowering the shoulder pads, picking up about 4. Handoff Peters again, getting through all, following his blockers, and still chugging along. Going to be talking about the 21-yard line.
He made some of them yards on his own, too, totally.
And he still even had Mustang defenders, had about 3 defenders out there still sustaining blocks way down the field.
Whoa.
And we're going to have a handoff to Peters, but not before we're going to get a false start here.
We got illegal procedure on the offense.
Okay. And 1st and 10 now becomes 1st and 15. Don't really want to do those kind of right outside the red zone.
Well, maybe they wanted a little room so they could pass.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of a pump fake by Kavanaugh. Going to take off running right side, but campus defender closing in fast, and they do. All that's going to lead to only about 3 yards. I don't know, if you're the coaches, do you take 3 yards if your quarterback's going to get hit like that? He's going to be feeling some of these in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, they've been laying him down.
Yeah.
Now, the running ones I can understand, but when the lineman or the defensive end gets through and he pounds you to your back, somebody's not blocking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Central's going to have to take a timeout here. Not able to get kind of the call they want in. And Coach Sandbo and the Mustangs will talk over what they want to see here. It's going to be the first time out of the game. Campus still with 3, Central still with 2. 2:36 left. Be pretty big if Central can get the ball in the end zone, or I would even say at least get some points. Central does get the ball to start the second half.
Do they really need any points?
I do believe you need points to win games, but we'll see.
The way this game is going so far, I'm not so sure they need to put it in right now, but I think if they do, that's all the more cream on the pot.
It's insurance, let's say.
There we go.
Yes.
At least the way the defense has been playing so far, they're not letting them, I mean, other than the 7 that they let them put up, they've been playing pretty tough.
Yeah, and they really haven't really let them have some of the guys get beat. Really haven't gotten beat too much on defense.
Back to pass.
Over the
wide
middle,
open.
Wide open. Quentin Stewart. Nobody around. Really just kind of sleuthly got in behind the campus defense.
There was nobody on him.
Those are one of those passes that you're like almost like there's no one around. Don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
And sometimes you can think about not dropping it and drop it because you're thinking about not dropping it.
Yep. He really didn't have anywhere to run with it. I mean, he just only needed to catch it, and it was a touchdown. And the extra point is good there. 2:30 left in the half. And we're up 21-7 now, lead for Salina Central.
I'm looking for the lady. I don't see her coming in yet, but...
Yeah, I mean, we did see we might have some weather coming in, so hopefully that doesn't ruin some of the, expedited procedures we order sometimes.
Yeah, these Mustangs, boy, this is a totally different team than we are used to seeing.
Yeah.
Now, as I say that, I hope they don't turn it down.
Yeah, exactly. We say too many good things about them, and then, who knows what happens.
Yeah.
I'd even say if Central's defense come out here and get a quick 3 and out, Central's going to be getting the ball back with 2 timeouts.
And could put more points on the board.
Yeah.
And if you are campus, you have got to put something up.
Yeah. Short kick.
Right now, you got to show something and put some points on the board.
Yeah.
And that brings it to a game. Right now, it's slipping away from you.
Yeah, and there's a certain number we haven't said the last few drives.
Yeah. Is he even out there?
That's what I'm looking. I don't see him out there currently. Back to pass. Looking left side. We're going to get a late flag thrown in the pocket. I wonder if we're maybe going to have like a hands to the face or a roughing or something. Maybe we have a hold. We'll have to see. Yeah,
Holding.
Going to be a holding. Pretty late throw on a hold there.
Holding, and they're moving it back.
Yeah, and you can't even see the official looking at him like,
yeah.
Do you want to accept it or do you want to just decline and go to the second down?
How can you not pass up that 10-yard penalty?
For sure.
Now it's a 1st and 20.
Yeah. And Central's defense at times showing they can push them backwards.
Wow.
And they're going to go even farther than just 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage, as that was kind of a spot foul. Seems to be longer than 1st and 20.
Oh,
We're
little
having a
screen. Oh, and he's
what a wrap-up by number 25.
He
Drew
grabbed him by the
Burgoon.
back and just threw him down.
Man, he had his hands out there. Really just kind of touched him, and as if his gloves were made of webbing, just kind of grabbed him and didn't let him go.
That's it. I'm not so sure that this isn't a time where they're going to need to score badly like now.
And we're going to have a timeout by campus. They officially have it at a 2nd and 26 on their own 18. 1:39 left to go. At one point, what does it get to be when you come out being, we need to score, and then we just need to get this game to halftime?
Well, this next play could be that.
Yeah. I mean, really depending on what happens here, of course, if they run something, get tackled in bounds, you'd assume Central is going to be called a timeout. You're probably going to have, even if they pick up 13 yards, you're going to have a 3rd and 13. Plenty of room to make a stop. Get the ball back with some time.
I think I would really like to just go it up top, but, Central would probably be in I would think a prevent, but let's see.
Yeah, you can definitely back some receivers off from playing man-to-man, I would say, face-to-face.
Doesn't look like it.
Central's deepest defender, Ben Driver, at about the 33, now back into about the 35. That's just over the original line of scrimmage.
Whoa.
Stepping up down the field, has Kamen.
Oh,
I think
boy, we need a flag.
Probably need a flag on that.
Wow.
Number 4, Gage Prester. We've seen pretty good coverage, but really just was holding his entire back arm on that. His left arm really just had it in his entire hand.
Look, he's saying something to the ref.
Yeah, that's from our kind of view, that seemed like a pretty easy call. Looking at the sideline judge, seemed to be pretty behind the call, but we did even have an official that seemed like he'd have a pretty good view on that as well out in the field. No call there. And you can see Campus, I think, just being pretty conservative, just run the ball, force Central to make a timeout. And they are going to do that with 1:25. That's a pretty big break for the Mustangs there. It's one of those where you're just kind of like, where's the flag? And
there's no way there shouldn't have been a flag, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. I mean, he all but just had a hold of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he almost kind of seemed like he had like both arms wrapped around his one arm. And, it's kind of hard to catch a football when that happens.
It is, totally.
It's going to officially be 4th and 25 for campus. I would even say if you're the campus special teams, just hoping you can at least get this ball to maybe the 50. Going to be punting it out on his own 5.5. Punt is away, not a particularly great one, but fielded on a bounce by Ben Driver.
Whoa.
And he's going to get some yards.
Somebody's hurt.
And he makes a hit, and he is not moving.
No.
We hope he's okay. Some of the campus players immediately waving. It's a big hit by Ben Driver. Didn't seem to be anything malicious, just kind of a normal big hit.
But I'm not even sure that's the guy that he hit, is it?
I thought it was.
I thought the guy that he hit,
Maybe
I think that guy ran into the back of the guy he hit.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but it kind of looked that way.
Okay, you may be right.
So when he drove him into that guy.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we do have a personal foul there on number 32. Kind of hard to see. We're close to the central sideline, a bunch of bodies around.
Number 32.
That's going to be Michael Russell.
Boy, he's had a couple of them tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he was he the one hitting number 48 out of bounds?
Yeah,
earlier.
He was. Exactly.
It does look like he is sitting up a little bit.
They got him up.
Yeah. Helmet is off. Looks like number 53, Jackson Bradley, for campus.
Wow, he's only a sophomore.
Number 32, First Salina Central, racking up 30 yards all by himself in penalty yardage. And with 1:16 left in the half, Central's going to be taking over at their own 42, of course being backed up due to that penalty. Kavanaugh's going to look back, going to be a screen to Peters, blockers in front. Peters gets tackled, kind of flips the field to the other 42. Didn't get out of bounds though. Central with only one timeout. Clock is going to stop due to a first down for just a second. Don't believe he appeared to get out of bounds. The clock is not running. It's going to be handoff. Peters driving people forward into about the 41.
They're setting back up. Clock still running.
Just past 50 seconds left.
And
Peters again. Good blocking outside. And Peters going to take out of bounds. Around the 32. Going to be a first down. You almost kind of wonder when Central's going to take a shot here, which they might with picking up a new first down, but they're picking up pretty good yardage just running Peters.
But I don't know that they have enough time to continue that run.
Yeah. I think surely clock stopping with first down is going to help you here. You do have that one timeout left. It's going to be Peters again, getting through the hole pretty good. Picking up about 6-7 yards there. And with 37 seconds left, Salina Central going to take out their final timeout.
Well, looks like they got one more, don't they?
I believe that was their last timeout.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, it was.
They called one earlier, I think, in the second quarter when they were having trouble getting the play in. And then they called one right before they got the ball back from campus.
Yeah, they don't have any timeouts left. Looks like campus has a couple, though.
Well, it's very important now for, if you get Peters kind of out on the edge, definitely get out of bounds. It is usually kind of better just to go out of bounds rather than fight for that extra yard or two and get tackled inbounds.
Yeah, I don't know that you run a running play. I'm almost to the point I pass it.
Yeah. You do pick up a first down in just 4 yards, but yeah, I think that's you got a pretty good chance of taking a shot right here. Wide receivers for Central have been pretty wide open at times. And they are going to run Peters again, but pretty swallowed up. Nothing going there. Don't mind the play call, but you got to make sure you get those 4 yards to get that first down and stop the clock for a little bit.
Right.
Central
Clock
not able
is
to
still
stop
running.
the clock. 21 seconds left. Kavanaugh now back to pass. Over the middle, and it's going to be picked off. And going to be returned, crossing the 30, 35, tackled around the 40. A good defensive turnover there by the Colts.
Took points off the board because I think you were in field goal range.
Very true, yeah. That's Cameron Harvey there. You almost kind of wonder that, the sense of speed or the sense of urgency really had to be ramped up there after that run to Peters didn't go anywhere. That's going to leave campus with 8 seconds left. Do have the 2 timeouts, maybe only able to use 1 if they are able to. You'd think they'd be able to just try and take a shot with something here.
He's back out there now, huh?
Yeah, 48, wide side of the field. They're going to roll out right side. Not looking to him. Looking to the man who just had intercepted the ball. Going to leave just 4 seconds left. More than likely, this will be the final play of the half. We're having a hands of the face personal foul penalty on Salina Central.
Wow.
So, helping out the Colts a little bit more may not result to something, but clearly puts them a little bit better yardage.
Who was it? Number 40 who?
I believe it's 57. That would be Fernando Rodriguez. Haven't really called his name tonight, but certainly called it in previous games. Going to be looking right side. Nowhere to be found. And that's going to bring us to halftime. Mustangs with 21 unanswered points now lead the Colts 21-7. We will be right back with halftime thoughts right after this.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Hello and welcome welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Currently our score 21-7. Salina Central had a pretty good battle in the first quarter, I would say, back and forth. But ever since campus was up 7-0, Salina Central now back with 21 unanswered points, looking like the Central we're used to seeing.
And that is true. They are looking like the Central we're used to seeing. But one thing that they cannot do is come out in the second half thinking that it's already won. This campus team could put up some points.
Yeah, and they clearly have their playmakers. We talked about number 1, number 11, of course, number 48 we talk about. They got players on both sides of the ball that come up making plays. We talked about number 1 had that interception right at the end of the half, and then right after they're going to him on offense. So one thing I always kind of want to talk about that I think would be pretty big for Salina Central, having a lot of penalties this game, kind of either after the ball, dead ball fouls, or just kind of on the field issues. I kind of hope that kind of stuff doesn't come back to bite them.
Yeah, and right now is a very important time that they don't want to let the penalties cause them to lose the game.
For sure. And just kind of like just talking about the game, like first half, what do you think campus needs to do coming out in the second half to be able to move the ball against a pretty good Central defense we've been seeing?
I think they need to go up top. I've said that the whole game, both ways.
Yeah. And, of course, wouldn't hurt to see more of number 48 as well. But thanks very much for watching the Salina Media Connection halftime show. We hope you join us for the second half, and we'll be back with that right after this. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Salina Central versus Campus. Again, our score 21-7. Salina Central with those 21 unanswered points. Almost could have made it 28, but a really good defensive stand by the Campus Colts. Able to nullify that, but Salina Central will get the ball back right after this kickoff. We got kind of a little bit of an onside pooch kick. Fair catch caught for pretty good decision, I'd say, in that instance. And that fair catch was by Cray True. Seen his name a couple times tonight. Central going to be starting the game with pretty good field position at about the 38-yard line. And that's going to be a handoff. There's our man Peters. Cuts it back to the right side, and it's a foot race. And I don't think anyone's going to get him. One play. Touchdown. Talon Peters and Salina Central. How's that for an answer coming out of halftime?
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
And ringing the bell out there around the north end zone area. And we'll have Bobble mishandled of the extra point, and that's going to be no good. It is a little wet out there, still misting just very slightly. And sometimes that can get a little wetness on the ball, and that'll happen. That brings our score 27-7, Salina Central. Only had 11 seconds tick off the board.
And they've already put some more points on the board.
Well, I'm sorry you couldn't even get settled in the second half, and just like that, we got points on the board.
Well, Mr. Peters took it to the house.
Another run of determination. We were seeing some of the halftime stats. Mr. Peters had already over 100 yards rushing, and that 70-some-odd yards surely going to help the stats at the end of the night as well. I think we'd probably at least see 200 by the end of the night for number 33. And he runs it into the end zone, kicks it off, and we're going to have another kick out of bounds.
35.
I even just wonder with those, I mean, again, your defense is doing pretty good where you don't have to worry a ton about it, but
I don't know if there's maybe a worry of Central's kickoff coverage or what, but kind of kicking it in areas where it's like, if it goes out of bounds, kind of like, so what? But, hey, we might get something good out of it.
Yeah, and the one that they did, was it last week, where it just kind of died right near the end zone.
First play of the half for Campus going to be handing off. Believe that is number 1, one of the gentlemen we talked about in our halftime show, Cameron Harvey. He was the one that came up with that big interception right before half. They've got him playing the slot and getting a handoff there. Yeah, a little bit of a wide snap. Gets it handed off to number 3, Sam Wise. Able to pick up some good yards. Makes it a 3rd and 1. See what those front 4, almost even front 5 can do for Central. Going to be a handoff.
Oh, it's a first down.
Pretty good hold there.
It's a first down and more.
Picked up about 5 there on the play. 1 yard away from being in Central territory. Campus looking pretty good so far. Moving the ball on the ground.
They got 4 wide outs.
Yeah, they do. 4 on one side. And they're actually going to throw left, but it's going to be off the hands. And we're kind of having just a mad scramble out there. Again, a ball put in the air. Tyler came in with a few drops today. This one, probably the biggest. Central comes down with it.
Well, he had it, but he just took it away from him.
And it's clearly an area where you should have it, but again, a little bit of a high throw and kind of on a wet night. And even came in 6'3", so he's really kind of overshooting. Handoff Peters, got a hole, great block, left side, but that's going to be coming back. They're going to get number 27, Logan Heigl, on a hold there. That really kind of sprung Peters down the field. That would be my guess. That's what's coming. Yeah, and that is the call. And doesn't necessarily going to back him up
that far
too bad because, the penalty was probably, way kind of into the secondary. So regardless, it still results in maybe, I guess, a first down, but first down in about 4 or 5 now.
You never should get that penalty there. He should have just stopped after he was already past him anyway there.
It's going to be a keeper by Kavanaugh, but
he goes nowhere.
That kind of a fake to Peters, but no one really took the bait on that. And no gain there brings up second down and 5. You just got to wonder how many more hits is Jackson Kavanaugh going to take tonight.
He's taken quite a few.
Yeah. It's going to be another fake Peters, but Kavanaugh again just going to be wrapped up. Nothing going there that time. Kind of looked like the same exact play. I can see they kind of want to go with something else, but Peters is kind of just running the show out there. And they've kind of faked the ball to him last couple times.
And so this time they can't afford to fake it to him. It's probably going to him.
Yes, it is. But this time, campus defense there to meet him. Going to pick up about 1.5 yards, I'd say. But that will bring up 4th down. And as far as we're seeing so far, offense is on the field.
Yeah, they're going to run the offense.
They are going to run it. Still have 11 seconds on the play clock. Still getting the play in. Down to 5. And handoff Peters. What a hole. Even with a double team.
He breaks.
Steps a man.
He breaks.
And he's not going to get
it to the house.
What a play call.
On a
On
fourth
down, running the ball. Peters just the agility, the maneuverability, and then the speed.
If he's not at 200, he's going to be real close.
Very, very much. And this extra point is up and good. That brings 34 unanswered points for the Mustangs. And they lead 34-7. They had a vote here in the stadium to what song you want to hear in the second half. We got Joe Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Roads." What'd you think about that song, Charles? What are your fond memories of West Virginia?
I can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Moving on. Salina.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what they say? West Virginia, the Las Vegas of the East.
That's it.
Oh, well, we'll just have to leave you with that.
Yeah.
We have some fans from the campus sideline putting up their flashlights on their phones, and more joining in. Some of these Central students as well. And after that, Talon Peters back on for the kickoff.
And he kicks it out of bounds
and
again.
I feel like we've seen this over and over and over again.
35-yard line.
At this point, is it just intentional at this point?
I'm not really sure. I'm wondering if we don't just need to pick the ball up and throw it over
Yeah, and
there.
I was looking at some of Peters' body language, and at least the last 2 times, it's not like, dang it. It's really just kind of like, okay, I did it. So yeah, that makes me wonder Coach Sambo's kind of faith in his kickoff coverage.
Well, he's got faith in his defense if he's going to give it to him at the 35 every time.
Tried a little bit of a swing pass left side. And that's going to be incomplete. But let's see. Are they going to call that incomplete, or are they going to say that's behind the line? I think it looked like it could have been behind the receiver there. And I think that's where they're going to know. What are they going to call? They're going to call that an incomplete pass. That looked like it was pretty behind, the area, but I didn't see exactly.
But he was probably the only one that seen it behind.
Yeah, I wasn't see where he threw it.
Nobody ran to go pick it up and run it in or anything.
Yeah. And that handoff.
Oh, handoff.
Good run.
Flag.
We're going to get a flag coming. Didn't necessarily see what the infraction would be.
Holding.
Yep. Where is that? Even more legal. I was wondering, a legal block in the back.
Oh, wow.
Must have just been something out in the open there.
I definitely didn't see that, but I did see a hold.
That backs Campus to 2nd and 16. And a pump fake left side now going deep down the field. And nothing going to Cameron Harvey. Oh, excuse me, Sam Wise was in the vicinity.
Well, I expected a little more out of Campus when they came into this game.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they're going through the motions right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or either Central's defense is causing them to go through the motions.
Yeah.
Flag.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a false start. And even the quarterback was making some motions, and they only had 2 seconds left on the play clock. So even if that false start didn't happen, might have gotten hit with a delay of game.
And their sales, I mean, your adrenaline has got to be way down. Your emotion is way down.
Yeah.
Your enthusiasm is way down.
Yep. 3rd and 21, and they're just going to run it left side. Sam Wise, you may be able to get by one, but going to be wrapped up pretty quickly after that. Talis Price there wanting to make the tackle. Looks like Campus is only going to be given a 1-yard gain, and that brings up 4th and 20. Again, we talk about the kickoff. You know, doesn't hurt just to kick it out of bounds when your defense can go out there and push them back 10 yards every time.
Right.
Kick is away. Pretty good kick. Ball bounces about the 43, kind of in the vicinity of Gage Prester for Central. He wasn't really looking for the ball.
And that's definitely when they have to watch it because they don't want it to come off the back of their heel or something.
And it gets about a 3-yard Campus bounce. Going to be down right at the 40. And we have a Country Road encore here in the stadium all of a sudden right before Central takes the field. And some of the fans singing
There
it.
goes Peters again.
Sing it all the way.
Wow.
Talon Peters.
Man, he's a new guy this year.
Yes.
Definitely a new running back.
Yeah. Ball now at the Campus 37. Going to be a throw here. Ben Driver left side has a couple good blocks. Going to be out of bounds, picking up about 5, maybe 4. I feel like if you're going to make throws like that, especially when the run offense is doing so well, those are kind of the safe throws you want to make.
Yeah, it is.
A little bit of a high snap, gets it down to Peters. Churning those legs. About the 30, going to be about 1 yard short.
Where are they marking it? On the 30?
Yeah, let's see.
They're marking it a little bit short of the 30. So they got about 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, it looks. Couple of
2 plays to get this 1 yard is what I would say.
Yeah, I think we're going to get that formation. We get a direct snap to Peters here. And we do get it. And he gets it. And a few more as well. A little bit of the mist seemed to be coming down just a little bit harder, it seems. Being able to see it pretty well in the lights here. New set of downs for the Mustangs. And we're going to have a swing pass, but not before it's batted away.
He thought he had it.
There's our man. Yeah, that was one of those things where even if you can just tip it to yourself, you're off to the races after that.
Yeah.
brings up 2nd and 10. There's
Hand
Taylor
off to
again.
Taylor.
Runs into 2 campus defenders, but still is able to get about 2 yards. .535 left in the 3rd quarter. Central moving the ball. With a fake to Peters. Going to throw it down the field.
And it's picked off.
Underthrown. No, they're going to call incomplete pass. Looked pretty good from our view, but.
Wow.
Oh, and we are going to get
flag.
an unsportsmanlike conduct. And that might be on Cameron Harvey, number 1.
I'm not so sure he don't have a legit. I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I thought he had
I thought he had it too, but didn't really seem like much of a fight from some of the other campus players. But yeah, I thought it looked like he had it, and surely Cameron Harvey wanting to say a few words about that matter. But that penalty
That hurt him.
gets Central a brand new set of downs. Back to Peters to the 10, through the 5. Tackled at about the 2. And I might just have a short-term memory, but that intersect penalty kind of resulted in a first down on a third. It would have been either a third down play, I believe. Without that,
again.
Talon taking the direct snap, sidestepping a little bit, going to be marked down a yard short. I think that's when you just say you line it up and you do it again.
Well, that's what they've been doing. They've done the same play, like.
And I think it's safe to say no. They're going to mark him down
Just short.
again. He's kind of at that inch line. Brings up 3rd and goal. You just line it up and do it again. And they're going to do it. Tailing into the end zone that time. Kind of spinning on top of a defender into a Mustang touchdown. Well, the game's kind of out of reach, but that's certainly how you bleed clock. You just keep getting tackled at the half-inch yard line or so. Good snap, hold, and kick, and that is good.
Boy, it's I'm pretty much sure that it's pretty much over for campus.
It's pretty much there, I would say. 41-7, Mustangs lead over the Colts.
Now, normally you would say it's not a
I've heard someone say that it's not over until it's over, which I do still stand by that statement. But sometimes the odds are not in your favor.
And the way you've been playing today, and you've only got 7 points up, and you got that in the, second quarter?
Crazier things have happened. Actually, I think they might have even been, was it maybe late first quarter, I wonder.
Real close, yeah.
7. You got even when you look at the game, when you look at the scoring stat box at the end, you'll see that Colts won the first quarter 7-0. Hasn't really been close since, though. Yeah,
it was like they scored and woke up.
Yeah.
These Salina Central Mustangs.
And there comes a kind of a short onside kick. I wondered about that when Central's kickoff team was kind of huddling before that. I can't say that's necessarily a popular decision when you're up 41-7
I
to
don't
kind
even
of
think it matters.
catch them off guard.
With the way they're doing, it's either kick it out of bounds and give it on the 35 or give them a chance and we can push them back 10 from here.
Yep.
When the defense is playing as good as the defense is playing right now, there's not much that you can do wrong. Oh,
breaks
as
a
I
couple
speak.
tackle. 22 for Campus. Mateo Martinez says, I don't know if I like you guys kicking an onside kick on me when you're up 41-7. Hand off to him again. Picks up pretty good yardage, first down. Really haven't seen 22 until this drive. I feel like this is his first appearance out there tonight. Looking at me throwing right side. Overthrows number 48. Looks like he was kind of lined up in the slot maybe there. A lot of the throws by the quarterback, Evan Kraus, literally just kind of just overthrows a lot of his balls.
Yeah,
and even when his receivers are kind of 6'2", 6'3", still overshooting. Just putting a little too much on the ball. End off 22. Gets it maybe to about the 39 with forward progress. See where they officially mark him out.
He's a bigger back than the back I think that they've been running.
Mm-hmm. And they're still actually going to give him only a 1 yard gain. I thought he got at least past the 40 on forward progress there. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Colts. Man in motion right side. Handoff 22. Met in the backfield. Good shoestring tackle there for the Mustangs. And it was Israel Torres there. Making sure he's not getting away or getting anything. And 4th down here. Going to end up losing a yard on that last play. Going to be 4th and 10. No surprise.
And you have to go for it.
Yep. 10 seconds on the play clock, just getting the play in, and everybody's set up. Over
he
the
just
middle around the left
him.
hash, but in a lot of those plays where he's missing, just not even really giving him a chance to go get it.
There was no chance at all whatsoever there.
Yeah. And you have a lot of those kind of moments where you can even have a pass interference, but if the ball's not even catchable, you're not even going to throw the flag.
Right. And those were not catchable.
Yep.
And it's not that he doesn't have some good receivers, as we saw. Number 48 pulled it down with a man right there on him.
Yep.
But he's not able to get the ball thrown correctly to them.
Mustangs take over on downs. Let's see if they keep the pressure on. Hand off Peters. Picking up about 3, maybe 4 before he's shoved backwards. I mean, this game already feels like it's over, but we still have 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter and a whole 4th quarter to go.
Yeah, and it just seems like it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
It's really
And I think you can see even Central feeling that way, taking their time to get the play in, snapping with 3 on the play clock. Peters wrestled down, maybe about a 1-yard loss. Third and 7, 15 still on the play clock as it runs. Kavanaugh back to pass.
oh.
A little out of the reach of number 28, Riley Counts. That brings up 4th down. And here comes the punt personnel.
I'm not so sure they even have to punt.
Yeah, there was that little moment where, like, are they going to keep the offense out on the field?
They basically probably could have and throw the pass or something, and because their defense is playing so well.
Yep. Good punt over the head.
Oh,
Going to have to be returned by number 3, Sam Wise.
and he doesn't even. Boy, that's almost an ill-advised. But first thing, he let it get over his head,
Yeah.
and as a punt returner, you should never do that.
Yeah. At least was able to make something out of it, because I think that ball was probably going to die at maybe around the 5-yard line. So I guess just tried to get something. Well, Salina Central's defense been doing pretty well backing up campus.
Don't
Now,
let them
Campus
back them up 10 like they
start-
normally do.
They're going to be starting this drive on the 13. We'll see where they'll be able to back them up to. Man, I think we're going to get a timeout by campus. Some of the offensive linemen looking around. And kind of watching who was going to the huddle, might have only been 10 players for campus out on the field.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's snapping a helmet.
Yep.
And those kind of things begin to happen when you get kind of frustrated.
Yeah. Yep. And then you have coaches kind of putting new people in with different things that aren't working. And, hey, am I actually out on this drive? Am I playing this drive? And then you get those kind of personnel issues.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you end up usually having like the illegal substitutions where, they snap the huddle with 12 guys. But I guess it's better to have 10 than 12, I suppose. You're not getting a penalty in the end of that. First down handoff. Maybe wrapped up. Looks as if it's about no gain there. Only 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Maybe have a few plays left. Going to be option kind of pitch. And there really isn't going anywhere with that. Going to be taken down inside the 10, maybe at about the 8. And more than likely, that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. And that is it, and we will switch sides. 41-7, Salina Central leads, and we'll be back with the final 12 minutes after this.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominoes.com/rewards or call Domino's.
And we are back with the final quarter of action, pending overtime. Charles, what's it going to take for Campus to get back in this game down 41-7?
A whole new game.
That is true. Yeah, there's going to have to be some inclement weather that somehow just completely really have to replay the entire game.
That's right. Stops this game and it says, let's start a new one. Let's start it all over. Try it again. And then we know once we score 7 to be on the alert.
Yeah, exactly. And after flipping sides, Campus going to be 3rd and 15 on their own 8. And back to pass over the middle. Throws it high again, but this time Quentin Hicks able to corral it. Eventually you just be like, you know what? I'm just going to go up and get this one. Still is going to bring up 4th down. This time Campus appears to be bringing on the punt team. And at this point in the game, why go for it when you're that far away from the first down?
Well,
it's just kind of, I feel like it's just kind of get out of here mode. But still playing hard, the Salina Central punt team. Number 38 for Salina Central. Was that number 38? Is that what I'm seeing? Getting the block in there. Excuse me, number 36. Greg Gibson playing hard. And that's something you're going to see on the highlight reel at the end of the year. Blocks the kick. Ball ends up in the end zone. And an easy pick up and score. And looking here at the central sideline, number 36, kind of getting the turnover chain we've been seeing. Kind of in all facets of the game. An illegal substitution on Campus. Moves it about 1.5 yards closer.
Boy, this is the time where Campus is probably just saying, let this game be over.
Yeah, I think they just...
I mean, at 40-7.
47-7 right now.
40 points behind.
And that penalty is actually going to be enforced on the kickoff.
Good.
Up and through.
48.
Well,
48-7.
Makes 48-7, and I see the best analogy that I can see is that Campus is just getting beat, and they just want to go home. But I think Salina Central's like, nah, we're just having fun.
Yeah, let us continue to do it.
And I think that's just the thing. Like, you know, Central's not going to take plays off like that.
No, look at them. They're shaking hands. They're running around, banging helmets. We got this. They're passing around the turnover chain. You blocked it. I scored. We're doing good.
And we saw this one of the earlier games. It might have been South Central, but just the initial score from the other team, and then after that is just all Central. And we'll see up 48-7 what Peters does with this. I think we kind of know what might be coming. We have a squib kick, gets a kind of a high bounce fielded by number 10, and gets corralled around maybe the 28. Will they mark him down? I think you're at that point where you're going to start seeing some second string players.
You think you're going to bring them in now?
I don't know. I mean,
might as well just go to see if we can put up 50.
I know, right? Hey, we're just a safety away.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be necessarily too sure with, up 41-7, still kicking kind of an onside kick to kind of catch them off guard. I mean, Central's probably going to get the ball back and start running some double passes and all that kind of stuff. Not sure if that's really the most advisable thing to do is get all this stuff on film, but it's going to be second down.
They're
at 7.
coming back, running over to the sidelines, laughing, joking.
Yep.
Oh!
Kind of a broken play, let's say. Quarterback kind of perhaps turned to kind of maybe hand it off to a back, and nobody was there. And still a lot of the main personnel for campus still on the field. Number 7, 11, number 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. 10 minutes left to go. It's going to be deep down the field. Had pretty good pocket.
Oh!
Number 48, there's Quentin Hicks trying to kind of make an Willie Mays over the shoulder grab, but kind of ends up hitting him on the shoulder pad instead.
Big 3rd down for him, right? It's so big.
Oh, it is going to be roughing the passer. I was seeing that. Well, that was 3rd down that they hadn't changed it to 4th down, and that'll give campus the yards for a 1st down. Again, had a pretty good pocket, so it must be that whatever hit that came in was certainly late. I still think maybe at the end of the day, Central might have lost the penalty yardage game. A good catch, but an even better wrap up and tackle by Gage Prester.
Well, that's a good way to start out as far as for campus, because they've started out with a lot of negative yards.
Yeah. Kind of I don't even know if that was really
he's hurting.
Oh, yeah. And that was really a play that I don't think they knew what was really going on. The quarterback took the snap, looked left side towards Quentin Hicks, but it wasn't even necessarily a pump fake. It was kind of a, hey, I'm throwing it to you kind of pump fake. And Quentin Hicks just got a hand on the football, but then ended up being incomplete. Kind of got sandwiched in between 2 Central defenders. And though he hasn't necessarily had a huge impact on the game that could seriously be a big impact for the rest of campus's year. And he's upstanding,
he's up and
able to jog off the field. That's really good. Almost kind of wonder if he kind of maybe thought like he jammed something on his arm or his hand or something like that.
Or just a little stinger.
Yeah. When you think about this, we kind of said it a little bit last week, but I think we also expected a little bit better game here. Both teams coming in at 3-1, campus having some good wins, but this is really just kind of domination by Central, really just defining who they are.
It's really past domination.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're just running over them, it's just like this team is.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's a good run there by campus. Able to pick up first down on that
22.
third.
I don't know why number 22 wasn't in there from the beginning.
For sure, yeah.
He's been making some pretty good runs for him.
It's kind of what we said about, I apologize, don't remember his name, but the running back for Salina South that ended up being a true freshman we hadn't really seen. And then he just kind of came in and ended up making an impact. Salina South ended up losing that game, but you can clearly see his presence was felt on the field.
Yes.
First down on the 44. Gonna be thrown.
Oh!
And the one time your quarterback puts it on the money.
In your hands.
Number one, not able to haul it in.
And had he hauled it in, he would have took it to the house.
And you can kind of see, yes,
He has speed.
And number 1 and 7 for campus, kind of acknowledging each other after that.
Well, the one has no choice to acknowledge it when
exactly.
he puts it in your hands.
Exactly. And pretty good throw that time again to number 11. Getting by some defenders. A lot of high tackles going on by the Central defense. And that throw was pretty good there, but especially that throw you had to number 1.
Yeah.
You're struggling, you get that one throw. That's like your kind of confidence builder throw, but it's hard when your guy doesn't come down and make that catch.
And had he made it, I'm almost saying he would have probably took it to the house.
Yeah. Would have erased the 48 unanswered. Not really sure that's saying much, though.
No.
Gonna be handoff left side. Good blocks by 22. Got a little bit of the corner out of bounds. Looked like, was he inside the 10? We'll see where they mark him down. Looks going to be about right at the 10. And I think you can see at this point some of the second strings for Salina Central going up against
exactly
still
what it is.
The number ones for campus.
Yes, that is exactly what we got going on right now.
Yep. And though, you kind of have those, but if the second strings are ever out here and even stop campus, that's kind of when you start having some problems, I think. And there's number 11.
Touchdown.
Pretty good pitching catch there. And you can kind of just look at the size between number 11 and the defender, number 31 for Salina Central. And that's pretty evident that that's the matchup you go to.
Well, that has been the matchup all day, but they haven't been able to complete that.
They haven't really. I think they've gone to number 11 plenty of times, but it isn't until really now quarterback able to kind of put the ball where the receivers can get it.
Well, and he's throwing it up a little bit higher and letting number 11 go get it.
Yeah. Extra point up and good. Brings our score to 48-14. Mustangs lead. 8:04 left in the game.
So you're only losing by 34 points.
Only down by 34 points.
And you got 8:04 left in the fourth quarter.
There's always time. There's always time.
You got to do some fast scoring, though.
Anything can happen, I hear.
I don't think so today. Any other day, I'd almost agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when campus comes back and scores 34 unanswered.
Now, they do that, and I would say that there will be a big meeting in the Mustang locker room.
I would say so. Central bringing up some kickoff defenders. This kind of skied up. Going to be fair caught, but dropped, and I think campus has it. It's like Cray True, who I think caught one earlier on a fair catch, just had this one. And had a little hole in the basket, let's say, and it just got put on the turf. And I don't know about you, Charles, but campus has the ball back in Central Territory
I
with
know what
the
you're
same
saying.
defensive core out there.
They just switched it up.
I think I saw that too.
They made him a little bit
They
upset.
had some come back out. Yep. And they want to put an end to this. Campus looking to take a shot. Pretty good ball. But it's not the best when two receivers converge together on a ball. Kind of like the play call, going for a shot right there. Get kind of those people that have been on the bench for a little bit. Kind of the starters that were resting, thought they were probably done for the night, having to run back out there.
They said, now score on this D.
Yes. And we'll see how Cruz's accuracy is with this, but they're actually going to run 22, pushing the pile forward. Picking up about 5. $7:20 left in the game. It's going to be kind of a quarterback bootleg or so.
You got a man laying down, 53. He's getting up.
We'd seen that only a few other times, having the quarterback kind of just getting himself into space and picking up pretty good yards. It's kind of another aspect we thought we could maybe see a little bit more.
Yeah.
It results in a campus first down inside the red zone now. And going to be looking right side and just not giving his receiver a chance.
He had him right there wide open, and then if he went up top, he had number 48 in the end zone.
And it's just got to be something mental, or is it some weird thing that the Central's defense is doing that they can go out with second strings and he can be accurate? And then against the first stringers, just not able really to find the ball anywhere near him. He must just been the only thing I can really think of. And this pretty good throw low, but an even better tackle there. You know, I wonder if just a little bit is just the speed of the Central defensive line. That he's just, you know, they're getting pressure a lot faster than some of those second stringers. And he's just kind of getting maybe spooked a little bit. Kind of feeling like he's got to hurry up and throw.
And that could be very well what's happening. But if I'm the coach, I'm telling him, you got wide receivers open that can out-jump their defender.
Exactly, just kind of put it up for him.
Let's play basketball.
Yeah, for sure. And he's looking right side. Kind of threw it right at number 36, Greg Gibson for Central. He is at 5'11", but he's kind of standing right in between where you're going to be throwing the ball at. Kind of the detriments of locking onto a guy when you don't see the other people around.
So they're going to kick a field goal.
Low snap, kick up.
Good.
And looks like it's good. 6:07 left, cutting the lead 48-17. Charles, who can't see though at home, shaking his head.
I don't, I know what you're going to say, but I don't see it happening.
I don't know what you're possibly talking about.
I'm already believing that the lady has entered the building.
I'm sure she's probably been here for probably the last like hour and a half.
Well, we appreciate you sticking with us if you're still tuning in. Some Central fans, obviously.
And some
Heading
people
home.
will get to see the athletes that haven't played.
Yeah,
that
for
get
sure.
To play now.
And it still is pretty chilly outside, but a lot of the Central students are still here. Kind of good to see. And we kind of expect another onside kick here. Number 32 getting on the field late for Central. And 42's got another chance. He's got it this time, though. Kind of those moments where it's like, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. And Parker Kavanaugh, number 7, the freshman in at quarterback. Pretty safe to assume the 2-year younger brother of Jackson Kavanaugh. First down, handoff, maybe a yard. Keyshawn McDaniel now in at running back. Pretty safe to say Mr. Peters' game is done for the day. I don't know, again, we don't have the stats in front of us. Certainly at least 200 yards.
I would think.
I'm almost wondering if it's closer to the 225 range. And there's number 48 not sitting on the bench. Again, a lot of the starters still out there. We're looking at like 19, 11, 48. Those are guys that are playing both ways. They were also on offense.
You think this could be a little bit of punishment?
That could be. You know, maybe he just wants his guys to just keep playing. You know, doesn't want them to go out there, just kind of get their butt whooped and then tell them to get off the field. But I mean, you kind of think you got to let some of the younger players who also made the trip play, or some of those seniors who usually don't get to see the field much.
The other thing about that is when you leave starters out there, you're asking for trouble because one of them could get hurt, and that be a problem for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we saw Quentin Hicks go down a little bit earlier, obviously back out onto the field. But those are kind of those disaster moments that it's kind of those moments that you kind of say, oh, that won't happen to us. And then it does. Central calling their first time out of the half with the play clock running down. Going to be 3rd and 13, 4:51 on the clock. Be handoff again.
It goes
Not
nowhere.
much there. At that point, wouldn't you just knee the ball and then just punt it? Well, I mean, you're kind of, when you're putting the JV kind of team up against the ones for campus, you're kind of just asking for your guys to get blown up.
Well, I don't know. Central brought in their JV, I believe it was against South, and they actually scored.
Yeah, yep. And Ben Driver back out on the field, going to be punting this away. Pretty good punt. Bouncing about the 42. Going to be out of bounds about the 30.
I didn't. I thought it actually went out at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit in between, but I almost wonder if the officials are just kind of like, you know what, let's just call it the 30.
They moved it back a little bit
Yeah.
behind the 30.
And I think now we're actually seeing some of the second string players for campus now. And it looks like we're kind of getting an early glimpse at the JV game that will be happening next week.
Is that next Monday?
I don't know. That's usually I think that's how that works.
Yeah. Or maybe that's the freshman game next Monday.
Maybe. Still 3:30 left in the game. I think we're just probably going to see some basic run plays, get the clock moving. Number 38 for campus, getting around, get a blocker in front of him, kind of shoves him out of the way, crossing the 25, but a flag thrown. So more than likely, probably going to be on campus, but of course, going to negate just a little bit of the big run. It's going to come back a little bit.
Be a first down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that'd be a block in the back there. 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul. So instead of maybe around the 20, you've got it maybe about the 37.
.37 and 1st and 10.
Be quarterback keeper. Nothing really going there. So, how much damage do you think the Central team can do? I mean, I asked the question last week, but Central just kind of looks to continue to be impressive.
Yeah.
Each time we think that, like, I think this is actually going to be a test for them, it just is not at all.
And no, it is not.
Central is going to be on the road the next two games at Newton and at Mays.
Mays will probably be one of the tougher games.
Yeah, Mays would be tough. Not too knowledgeable about Newton, but after those two games, we'll finish the regular season back here in Salina against Hayes.
And I don't even know how Hayes is this year.
I don't know as either. Feels like a lot of those years, you see teams that they play every year, and then, you don't see those teams for a few years, but then by the time you see them again, you're like, I don't even know how good they are recently.
And then if you was looking at them, you would say that in previous years that, Central will lose that
Yeah,
one.
I think I saw a ball come out, and Central is back on it. So get another turnover to kind of end the night. And he's looking for the turnover chain, and they have crowned him with it. What a cool moment there. Personnel coming back on and off the field, it seems, for both sides. Handoff, a little bit of a bobble there.
Nowhere. Yeah, you can see that I'm thinking that the song is playing.
I think it's been playing for quite a while. I'm not sure we can hear it necessarily. I don't know if she's gotten a microphone yet, but she's been singing for quite a while, even since maybe halftime, some would say. Be passing here, and it's going to be caught by the running back. Still pretty much no gain on the play. And we are closing in on our final minute of game time. Six seconds on the play clock at 48 seconds left. Handoff McDaniel again. Met after a couple of yards. And we'll see where the play clock gets started. Brings up 4th down, 30 seconds. Play clock has not started yet. And there starts the play clock, and they are not going to need to snap it again.
It's over.
Teams coming to the center of the field to shake hands with 10 seconds. Our final score will be the Salina Central Mustangs 48, the Campus Colts 17. And we'll be back with our player of the game and coach's thoughts after these messages.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Welcome to the REMAX Weekly MVP Award. This week we have Taylon Peters. Taylon, I think you're on another level in your running this year. Seems like you're running like a madman out there.
Yeah, well, I'm running like a madman because my O-line's fantastic. You know, they do great up front, and they make some big holes for me, and it's easy to run through. So I can't thank them enough for that. I give all the credit to them.
Yeah, I think that all good running backs got to thank the line. But once you get past the line and you're in the open field and you got to run over the top of people or push them to the side, I think that's you then.
Yeah, that's a little more me. I'm a little better at that, you know.
Yeah, I think this year, I mean, watching you several years, this year you do that a lot more, push them to the side and continue to run.
Yeah, well, you know, it's my senior season, so, you know, I got to leave it all out on the field, so.
And not only that, you guys are doing a lot of winning nowadays.
Yeah,
How does that feel?
Feels great. You know, it feels like it should. You know, I always feel like we should be winning, you know, every year. But, you know, it feels good this year to finally, you know, we worked hard this summer, so now it feels good that all the hard work's finally paying off.
And that's really great. And thank you for being the MVP this week.
Yep, thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection post-game show here with Coach Sandbo after Salina Central's victory over the Campus Colts. Coach, just one moment I just wanted to talk about. This is kind of not the first game we've seen where the other team strikes first, but then you guys just answer and just go on a run of about like 40 unanswered points. How is it that your team is able to respond to kind of being down somewhat early?
Yeah, our kids are resilient. It's kind of the culture that we want to create and understanding what our philosophy is, and we're just going to keep scraping and fighting and climbing, and eventually we tell them, hey, we're built to score points. It's going to happen, and we're going to knock on that wall a little bit. We're going to knock on it some more, and then all of a sudden we're going to break it down. And I think that's kind of what happened. And it happened quick, but I think going back to Salina South will be a great example of kind of seeing that. It just felt like we were pushing the door, then all of a sudden we just pushed it open, and our kids are getting more confident in that area. And I think tonight was a great example. They didn't hang their heads from 7 points, and then the floodgates opened.
Yeah, just kind of switching over to the defense, I thought you guys did pretty well, specifically covering like the playmakers. They have 3, 11, 7, 1, 48, of course. What did you guys do that kind of were able to contain all of those different threats? None of them got the ball a little bit, but never really stood out.
Yeah, I think our kids did a great job executing our defense coach's game plan. They have some dynamic kids, and they have some kids that are just nasty matchups in 48 and 11. And I thought our defensive staff identified them early on Saturday and developed something that we wanted to do with them to somewhat contain them and corral them. And we knew they'd make plays, and we told our kids that they're gonna throw a good ball, they're gonna make a great catch, and that's not the end of the world for it. And we just keep plugging away, and that's what our kids did, and they executed really well. I would like on the other side of that to be a little bit more disciplined in some things that we did, but that's 17, 18-year-old kids with a frontal lobe that's not quite developed yet. So
yeah, I hear you. Last question for you, Coach. You're kind of talking about the discipline. What else is there to work on? Like, you guys are looking like you're firing on all cylinders. What's some of the nitpick things that you kind of want to get fixed?
Yeah, there's a lot of details that we need to fix. Our leverage on a lot of special teams, whether we're an outside or inside leverage player, our engagement on our perimeter stuff. We feel good with being able to go anywhere we want. Depending on what the defense is giving us, but we have to be great in those areas. And I think we're good, and I think we're great at times, but we need that consistency. We're on the higher end of that, and that comes from details, and that comes from listening to coaching and listening to what's going on that we're addressing. And again, every phase just get better and better and better, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Mustangs on the road for the next 2 weeks. Coach, thanks for taking the time, and congratulations on the win.
I appreciate what you guys do. Thanks.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.